Good afternoon guys and welcome back to the 4th episode of Let's Play City Skylines Vanilla. Last episode we finally finished this social hub and also put it through the tram network throughout the city, and I made a couple of glaring errors which I actually noticed watching the video back. We upgraded this road to a one-way tram line heading in this direction, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why it wouldn't let me finish the line. So we fixed that now, the trams are running, everything looks really good apart from that truck clipping through the tram. But yeah, so this is our finished social hub. I think I'll probably do a little bit more decoration here, don't want to go overboard. So there's a lot of people here that are getting on and off different routes. Have a look at the line details. See, most of the trams have really good numbers, and then there's a busy stopover in the residential park over here that we've built. Lots of people getting on and off, really good to see, super happy, seems to be working. And I've also decided to remove the zoning off of this road here. I just don't think it looks too good because it's kind of a lot of empty space behind them. Maybe we can do something else with this area. Perhaps a bit of parkland or something, but for right now, the commercial zoning didn't look that good. So today I think what we're going to do is we have a massive bit of residential demand, so we're going to carry on expanding this estate kind of in a curved fashion around here. And we also, off camera, I added in a police station here and a fire station here, which is where some of our budget has gone because people over here were complaining of fires and crime. So let's carry on building off this estate and we'll see if we can fulfill. See, let's snap off the grid here. Or maybe, actually, no, let's break away from that grid. Let's do a bit of a curved road that comes out here over to there. There we go. And there's also the cemetery here now, which we added in off camera with the fire station and the police station. Let's bring this down to here. And then let's do that. Let's bring this guy up. So I'm just trying to create some different shapes just to keep it from looking... can I actually bring that down there? Yes, I can. Okay, and then bring this down here as well. Onto here, and onto here. And then we'll do a little... in England we call these closes. I think Americans call them cul-de-sacs. Not too sure about what Europeans tend to call them. But it's kind of just where the road ends, kind of like at a curve, and there's houses all around it. Maybe you can tell me in the comments what you guys call it in your part of the world, but in England it's a close. Okay, so before we put in any zoning, I want to actually make sure that people can walk these areas. Just make it walkable. Let's say let's bring one down there, and then up through here. So where I live, there's a lot of this kind of stuff, like little paths that just cut straight through the housing estates to stop people having to follow the road all the way around. And I'll bring one through here, down there, there. It's so satisfying to look down on this on this water pipeline, although it makes me laugh how inefficient it actually is. Okay, we don't want any one block houses here. These guys are all 2. These guys as well. Okay. Okay. So hopefully this episode, if I actually manage to keep the game on 3 speed for once, I want to start expanding the highway and planning for the waterfront town that we're going to be building on both sides of the river. I just need to keep the game on 3 speed so we can actually get the budget to pay for it. And all these guys are super duper happy. Let's bring it up here. So I don't want this place to get too overpopulated. Just lots of little 2 deep houses around. And that should do the trick. It's actually worked out quite nicely, having these little 2 block houses around. And we'll just continue to grow this we'll also do a little, see if we can do 3 there. And then 3 there. We can then put a little path through here, just have it as like a little, oh that's super annoying, let me draw that back in. Just so we can have it in the middle. There we go. And then perhaps just a few little trees. I think I'm always using this kind of tree. Does it actually tell me what it is? It's a small beech. Maybe let's try find something else. An alder. Or tree with leaves number 2. Is that the official name of the tree? I'm not sure. Oak. Okay, yeah. Maybe let's get some little oak trees through here. Just so it doesn't look as barren and there isn't as much dead space. There's also some stuff, a bit of empty land over here, so I think we're just gonna pop in a bit of vegetation. All the vegetation's really shiny because of the rain. There's kind of a bit of overgrown land behind the houses. Is that a graphical glitch, or is that just because of the rain? Kind of looks like metal. Okay. So that's satisfied a lot of that residential demand, and we're getting some abandonment over here in the industrial estate because there isn't enough jobs. Okay, let's delete all these guys. So I spent a bit of time off camera looking at this highway entrance that we built last time, and it is getting usage. People are coming on. There isn't too many vehicles coming off. Sorry, as in kind of coming off this way. Like they are going down there. But there still seems to be the majority of cars are taking this way out. Although they are actually heading into town, so I suppose it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so let's start with doing this here. We're going to be doing the highway entrance roads to start this road off with. I don't want this to dominate the city too much in terms of it being, you know, kind of a really big highway that flows through the city. Like not to the scale of this, like the actual main highway. I just want it to be a little vein. We'll probably upgrade it to this one at some point, the 2-lane highway, just so it's not too overbearing. That's about right, isn't it? Yeah, okay, it is. And then down to there is 400. There we go, and then how much is that one? 440. Usually when I play Cities Skylines, my cities are super unsymmetrical, I suppose is the word, and it just, yeah, it really starts to annoy me after a while. You can handle it a little bit, but until then, you're kind of just not really noticing it. But when you do get into kind of the larger scale builds, you can really tell when you haven't paid attention to your symmetry. So we'll try and keep this one as pleasing as possible. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so let's now bring these guys forward a bit. And this guy. How much are these a sell? These are $30 a sell. Okay. Okay, so let's bring this guy out to just over the 10 mark. And then we'll do the same with this guy. Okay. So you can see that he's going to cross over, and I think as well, I'm also going to have a tram line. I'm totally aware that my industrial estate is collapsing at the moment. I'll tell you what, let's try and save that a little bit. Where can we expand? We can actually mirror this road here. Let's bring these guys out just up to the highway. I tend to find in Cities Skylines, a lot of people don't really build houses near the highway, but where I live, if you're driving around the motorways in England, a lot of the times you'll pass through towns and different cities, and there are houses like literally right next to the motorway. It wouldn't be an ideal place to live, I would say, at least not for me. I don't think I could be doing with that constant noise pollution from the cars. Well, maybe it's different for you. Let me know in the comments if you actually live near a highway. Okay, let's pop in a bit of some parks for these guys here because they're super unhappy. Maybe here. And then this will also bring in a little bit of population for these guys. And what kind of jobs are these? Okay, so they have 4 well-educated workers. And there is 12 uneducated jobs. So maybe I also want to do some district zoning today, painting out the different districts and using some policies. And maybe we can make this area here something of a kind of area that doesn't go to school. Not, I don't want to use the word stupid, but you know, people that tend to have low-paid, medium, dead-end jobs for the rest of their life rather than making something of a career. Okay. Let's see if we can get this as straight as possible. Let's bring them up to the river. Wait, that's off centre now, isn't it? Has that got further apart? Kind of looks like it has. But we'll do that at a later date. Okay, again, we'll upgrade these later on when traffic across this bridge becomes an issue. Okay. I think we're also gonna, is that gonna make a crazy curve? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, let's actually just refund that a little. We're gonna bring this up a step because there's quite a steep bank in here. Okay. Then we actually need to elevate the bridge as it goes up. Is that straight? Oh, why on earth has it done that? Okay. And then I just want to keep this elevated and then finally bring it down. Okay, let's do the same with this side. Of course I'm burning through my money at the moment doing this, but, you know, whatever. That seems about right. And then we'll bring him over here. Is that straight? That's the right height, isn't it? Yep. And then over to here. Is it around here? Okay, we'll sort that out at the end. So I'm aware that these bridges are actually growing further apart as they go along. I've kind of done that on purpose, just so we can actually lead these roads into a roundabout at the top. So they'll both split off. And rather than bringing them in at the same point of this roundabout so close together where the traffic won't flow too well, so they'll kind of splinter off into their own individual roundabout entrances and exits. I also want to delete this as well. Because I think as this estate expands, so we could do that now actually, couldn't we? Yeah, because these guys have still got a way through, they can still get through, okay, yeah. Let's delete this. And we're going to do another little, another roundabout here. Okay. Let's bring that forward. I don't know how much we want to bet that this isn't going to be symmetrical. Oh, actually, it just might be. Okay, if I can get that to join up. Oh, super, that's awesome. It's actually the wrong way around. Yeah, that's right, because we're on right-hand drive. Okay. It's kind of a little bit deformed, but it'll do for now. It'll do for now. Okay, let's bring that out there, and then this guy down to here. And then we can get some more industrial action going. Probably do one down here as well at some point, so we'll just plan for that straight away. Okay. Satisfy some of that industrial demand. That should do for now. Then I also want to bring this down here. Space already occupied. Oh, they're just out of line, aren't they? Okay, let's bring that back. And then we'll bring this down here and connect it up. So I also want to have a tram line that services this industrial area. So we'll also do that now. Let's go to the tram stuff. Let's get a little tram road. Okay, so maybe... No, let's not do that because that's just a bad idea. Okay, so this guy can come down here. Let's bring it out up to here. No, not one way. That is not what I want to do. And then bring this guy into here. And then we'll turn this road maybe over the bridge. Would that be a good idea? And we can link it into this section. Or maybe link it back onto this roundabout. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay, let's do that. We're going to make this bridge a tram bridge. Not enough money. Can I get another loan yet? No. We're not far away from that second one. So while we're waiting for some money to build up, I'll just explain what we're going to do. So trams will come out of here, down this lane. We'll decorate this area so it's not just barren, empty land. These lanes here, the big main road going through up to here will be a tram lane. And then we'll do one coming through here, up and around so people can get back and to from work. It'll then link up with here, and then people will come into town, and then perhaps we'll stop. Probably take them to the social hub, get them to turn around, and then back down this road through the roundabout and to complete the route. It shouldn't be too expensive to do. I think we'll have the resources. Actually, this road here, this main road doesn't actually need to be one. Let's make this one. I've never actually done a tram road through an industrial estate before, so we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's not the best idea to do it through the highway entrance. Let's have a think here. Where else could we bring it? Well, hopefully too many people won't be using this anymore because of this, so that would have alleviated some of the traffic. If it does get too messy, oh, that is not what I wanted to do. If it does get too messy, then we'll look. We can always change it. Okay, so let's get some stuff sorted here. The line will begin right here. Drop people off here, here, and of course I have not upgraded that one. Nightmare. Okay, and then here. Drop them off on the high street. One on this side of town. And then it'll come through again. Where's that last stop? One here. One here. And then we'll just drop this a little further away. Another one here. And then it can come back and mirror its stops. On there. And then we'll bring the line to complete itself. There. Okay, super. So we should see these trams coming out now. There they are. Let's actually change these to orange just to reflect where they're going, and we'll call this Fernwood in would help if I could spell. Fernwood Industrial. Okay, so those are the industrial lines. Let's check them out now. If the tram would stop moving. Okay, no. Okay, so there's a few people waiting. There isn't a need for 7 trams. Let's calm that down a little bit. 3 the guys can return. Okay, and that isn't affecting traffic too much, is it? Those guys are heading back into the depot now. Although they are stopping the garbage trucks from getting out. That isn't ideal. There are people using this stop. We'll have to keep our eye on that. That's backing up a little bit too much. But people are seem to be using it anyway. This area needs some trees in it, doesn't it? Let's get some trees in there. Build more residential. Yes, we knew. Let's have a bit of woodland through here. Around here as well. And then, actually, can we build a path down there? I think I did save space for that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Has that joined up? It kind of looks like it has. I'm not sure, but that looks a little bit nicer anyway. So over on this side of town, now we're starting to grow further and further out, and these guys have no power. My apologies. Okay, so now this side of town, what are these guys complaining about now? You guys are complaining of too few services. I don't know why. You guys have... Maybe it's the garbage situation that they're not happy about. If we pay for that, that's going to absorb all of our budget, although we should be able to get another loan now. Yeah, we can. Okay, super. And we can pay that and then actually take out again to get more money. Okay. So, too few services. That has conveniently happened as soon as we put the tram stops through here. Which is making me think that they're stopping all the trucks from getting through. You guys have police coverage. I mean, there's a police station right here. How you're counting as too few services, I'm not entirely sure. And they have fire as well. Or maybe it's the medical side of things actually, because we're at 26 citizens now. Maybe it is time to put the med clinic in. Okay, I'm going to pop that in here and just destroy this building because I really don't like the look of these buildings. They're really gross. How deep are they? Yeah, see, these are only 2 deep and they grow really tall for a 2 deep low density. It's kind of a bit grim. I'm not a fan of it. But this area is looking, it's starting to look really good now. I'm quite happy with this. Okay, so what we're planning here is to bring a lot of paths, maybe a bit of office space around here too. We'll have to see how that goes, because we are quite away from office space, I believe. Yeah, we're nearly 5,000 away from office space, so it's going to be a bit of a journey. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. They're complaining of too services, or too few services rather. But they have everything they need. Jails are fine. Fire coverage is more than okay. We're processing garbage a lot better now. They have their own entrance onto the highway. Again, not sure why they aren't happy. We'll have to keep our eye on it. If they start getting abandoned, then we'll start placing some more stuff around. But for the meantime, let's do a little bit more residential expansion, purely because we have a lot of demand to fill. No, that is not what I wanted to do. Okay, so we're starting to come downhill now. Let's just plan out this out a little bit, because I don't want them to be too many radical houses in terms of... Let's actually come across at an angle here. Down to there. And then there. So we'll just lay out some framework. No, that's not right. That's going off at an angle. There we go, that's straight. So we'll lay out some framework for some expansion. Let's actually bring that down to halfway, and then we'll get a nice curve in there. That should bring it around nicely. And then we'll also let's turn off the snapping for this, and we're just going to build a little snaking street that just bends through here, just to break up some of the shapes. And through there. And then this guy can also connect through here. Okay. Let's give him some water. So the housing estate that I live on right now is kind of a series of roundabouts, and it's a really interesting design as to how they've actually laid the road out. I'd quite like to try and replicate it. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it. I could probably do with actually referencing a Google Maps view would probably be quite helpful for it. Okay, let's bring these guys up. Actually, no, let's do it from this side. So let's actually go straight down here. To about there. And then we'll do a little curve. Okay, so let's start filling some of this in. These guys seem pretty happy to start building. That should be enough, and then we'll just slowly move down this hill. Perhaps we can make another park area out of this big space here where we're missing a few of the spaces in between. We'll pop maybe a large playground in. Would that look good here? Maybe we could put that down here. No, I don't like that. Let's delete that. We'll find another way to integrate a bit of parkland like we have done here. So you have kind of houses, 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 path, and then houses. They've got a cemetery here as well. Yeah, these guys are super unhappy right now. Too few services, but they are complaining about land value. Super low. Super, super low. Okay, so nearly all of our industrial estate is dying right now. I'm not sure why that is. They're obviously complaining of the land value, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's because of the landfill and the recycling. And the power as well. Wow, this entire estate has been abandoned as well. Okay, I'll sort that out off camera. We don't want to do too more industrial work out, but hopefully we can come back next episode and see this faring a little bit better. No, nearly the entire estate is struggling with land value right now. That guy literally just abandoned him as I clicked on him. But we'll sort that out another time. Okay, so let's also bring this road down. I'm going to relocate this guy just onto the main road. Maybe we can put in, I can't put him there, can I? There you go, that's the closest I can get to him. So we're going to bring this road, make it a little smoother, so it's not kind of all over the place. And let's bring it a little, just a bit of a gentler curve really is what we're after. And then let's snap on the grids and we can dash across here. There we go. Okay, that kind of gives us an equal coverage. It kind of, these little arches start and end on pretty much equal sides of the bank. But we'll see how that progresses. Okay, and finally we're going to put in the roundabout for these guys to enjoy. And then we'll build something of a downtown here next episode. Okay. Probably to about there. Okay. And then into there. It's kind of annoying that it snaps like that. Okay, this isn't level here, is it? No. I've got a strong feeling that's why it's not playing ball. Okay. If I bring this down here, what happens? No. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to kind of maybe rebuild this side of the bridge. But what I'll do is I'll do that off camera rather than making you guys sit through and me tediously rebuilding this bridge here. But we're going to build a little bit of a shopping centre, downtown, transport hub, social, commercial, etc, etc. Lots of parks, green spaces, nicely laid out roads here. In the next episode, kind of a better version, well, not a better version, sorry, a bigger version of our little social hub that we've got going on here with Glebe Park, and we'll try and see how we can get that to look. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Do appreciate it. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and stick around for more episodes of this series. We're hoping it's going to be quite a long one, providing that stuff like this doesn't constantly keep happening. But the ones that have abandoned, the rest of them seem to have stopped moaning now, so yeah, we'll sort that out. Thanks for watching, guys. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye from me.